What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. So, a bit of exciting news today. A couple of people have been asking about it, so I thought I'd finally get round to sorting it out. We have the return of Superbru. Not just the Predictor series, actually. There's genuinely a fantasy league going on. Really exciting. Didn't know the fantasy league was going to be happening. So, we've got two pools for you guys to join. We're going to go through it today. It's a bit different. I know I normally do it on the phone app. Today, I thought we'd do it on the PC, seeing as we're actually here. We'll go through how you guys can join in, which one you fancy getting involved with, join in with both of them if you want to, how the scoring works, how you actually do it, and all that good stuff. And then finally, we're going to have a bit of a talk about some of the changes that I'm going to do to some of the coverage for some of the games, the way we do previews and stuff. I've not got a great deal of spare time on the go at the minute, so trying to cover like all these games in all sort of different videos is going to be a bit tricky. So I've got a bit of fix that I'm going to do for that. I'll talk about that after I tell you guys how to join the pools, because I know that's what people are really interested in. So, the first one coming up, we have one for the Rugby Championship Predictor. This is a series going on in the Southern Hemisphere at the minute. It's New Zealand, South Africa, Australia and Argentina playing each other a bunch of times. Loads of good fun. So, the first one we have set up here is the Mad Dragon Champ Predictor. Because there's two of them, I've got to try and find better ways, and there's not a lot of characters to work with. So if you want to join in with the Predictor series, this is the way you do it. Currently we have two members. I have sent out invites. If you were involved in the Summer Internationals ones, you should have an invite already sent out to you. It allows you to join really easily. If you are new to the channel and you've only just discovered us, you want to get involved or you've never done it before, this is the code you're going to need. It's Ammo Maya. Don't know what that means. Superbru. Just love thinking of the words. So you can either search when you're searching for a group, you can either actually go and search Mad Dragon Champ Predictor. I made it all capitals just to try and make it a bit easy. Or you can search for Ammo Mayor, and that should hopefully allow you to actually find it. So in terms of how the actual predictor works, basically you go through and every single week there'll be two games. Obviously there's only two games on over the weekend. You go on and you get to pick which team you think is going to win. So let's say for this first game, what a big dispute for one here that I just want to give an example for. Already going to get some angry comments down. So basically you pick your team, which one you think is going to win. You either pick South Africa by so many, or New Zealand by so many, or a draw. There's always a chance for a draw. Let's say if you're a South African supporter, you want to say South Africa by 3. You go in and that is saved. You have to remember to make sure you do press that lock in button, because you can change your mind, but once you press that lock in button, you are set. That is the score. And a couple of people in the Summer Internationals forgot to press the lock button, and then it just recorded them as having nothing sort of picked. So make sure you do pick that one. And basically you go through, you get a point for picking the correct team. You get bonus points if you're within 5 of the correct score, or you actually get a bonus point for being the closest out of everyone in the round. So it's an awful lot of fun. It gets really competitive. We had 25 people by the end in the Predictor series for the Summer Internationals. A lot of fun to get involved with. Remembering, of course, it is to do with the score difference. It's not just picking how many you think South Africa would score. It's the score difference between South Africa and New Zealand, depending on who you think is going to win. A lot of fun. Make sure you guys get involved. It's pretty quick. It's pretty easy. This is if you don't really have the time to sit down and do a whole fantasy league. You just go on, pick your team, pick how much you think they're going to win by, and wait for the results to come in by the end of the weekend. And as for the second pool, then we have the Fantasy League. Now, this is for you a bit more hardcore rugby enthusiasts who like to get involved. This is the one I really enjoy. I tend to do pretty well when it comes around to the Six Nations Fantasy. This one a bit different, all to do with Southern Hemisphere teams. There'll probably be a bunch more people who know a bunch more about a lot of the players than me. But this is basically where you're going to be going through, picking your fantasy team. You'll have your starting 15. You can go through and pick certain positions here. The PC version looks pretty bad. On the app, on your phone, it actually looks much better. And it's a little bit easier to pick. Basically, you go through, pick your different teams where you want them to play in your centres. You pick the players. For the first week, you do have unlimited transfer. You can only have 6 players from each team maximum. So you can't just make a team of 15 New Zealand players if you just think New Zealand are going to storm. You have to have 6 a maximum from each team. And then every week, you'll have a certain number of transfers. You can swap people out in case you have injuries, or maybe you think a team's going to win each week. And basically, you create an entire fantasy team. A lot of fun. You get points for things like meters made, number of tackles made, if a try is scored, all that good stuff. It gets really into the data. If you know a lot about your rugby, this is the pool to join. The code you're going to need to join in with the fantasy is DishGear. Whatever that means. Again, I love that. I love the things they come up with. So you can search that as like a keyword. If you just go into finding your tournaments, you can go in, search for a new tournament for the Rugby Championship Fantasy. You should be able to find it using that code. If you're not able to find it, you can also search for it using Mad Dragon Champ fantasy, slightly different to the Predictor one, but I know a lot of people enjoy getting involved with both. Some people just preferred one or the other. If you're time constrained and you just fancy getting involved with the channel a bit, I absolutely recommend going for the Predictor. If you really are into your rugby, you really want to show off you know way more than me, which is a lot of people, get yourself involved with the fantasy, because that's an awful lot of fun. You take a bit more time to sit down, work out how your transfers are going to work, who you think's going to win each game. It's a bit more involved, but I personally really enjoy that one. And because when I tend to do some of the preview videos, I say who I think's going to win and by how much, people tend to sort of outsmart me a little bit when it comes around to doing the Predictor series. So I have a slightly better chance at winning the fantasy one, but I really enjoy this one. But yeah, feel free to get involved. It's free. The app is free. You can do it online. It's all free. It's open to join in. You can invite your friends. If you're joining and you think some of your mates would get involved, the group is completely open. You can just join whoever you want and invite everyone else. See how many people we can get in, and just see how competitive it will actually get. So hopefully we'll be seeing you guys in both series as they be going. And as we did for the July internationals, what I'm going to do is on the Mondays after each weekend, I will do a world rankings video, because we did that for the July series and loads of people really enjoyed that, just seeing how people were moving up and down the tables and stuff. So we'll do that again, and then at the end of those, what we do is we actually go over the results. We'll have loads more results to look at this time, go through the Predictor results and then the fantasy results, so you get to see your own name on screen. A lot of people really enjoy that, just being involved with the video. It lets me have a bit more of an involvement with the community we seem to have on this channel, so really looking forward to doing that. So yeah, absolutely feel free to join in. It's absolutely free, super easy to do. So moving on from that then a little bit, I just want to talk a little bit about how I'm going to do some of the coverage for this series. I'm going to try and mix it up a bit, because I haven't got a great deal of personal free time like I had for the July series. I did a lot more work than I've ever done before covering some of the rugby for the July series. We did all the preview videos, we did all the match report videos. As you can see, a couple of them did extremely well. We got like nearly 7,000 views on the New Zealand-Ireland one, 2,000 views on South Africa versus Wales. Some of the videos did really well, which was a lot of fun. I'm so glad so many of you enjoyed it. A couple of videos didn't necessarily do too well. A couple of the Scotland videos didn't really get a lot of views. And Australia, England didn't get a few views actually, which I was quite surprised at. I thought maybe the home nations, based on the way the channel is, the demographics on the channel, I thought they would do a little bit better. There is an awful lot of work that goes into doing like these match reports, especially for 4 games. Doing some of these preview videos for the Rugby Championship series coming up is going to be a little bit tight for me to just keep on top of it all. So if you noticed recently on the channel, I've been doing a lot more live streaming. I've been really enjoying it. People have been joining in with the streams. We've been playing some games. We've been chatting about some rugby and some other games and stuff. Been really fun being involved with the chat, being involved with people chatting and communicating and stuff. I'm really enjoying engaging with you guys, having some chats and stuff. So I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach going into this. What I'm actually thinking of doing, I'd like to get some feedback. Feel free to drop it down in the comments. Rather than doing these sort of individual videos for, preview for every single game, what I'm kind of tempted to do is actually leave until all the teams have been announced for each round. I imagine they'll be announced on the Thursday or the Friday. And then once we have all of the teams actually announced, I'm going to do a live stream that evening, probably on the Thursday evening, maybe on the Friday evening, and do the preview videos, but with you guys, literally there. We can do a live stream. We can have some people in the chat. You guys can give some thoughts. You can give me some actual feedback on who you think's going to win. Maybe there's been some injury notice that I don't know just from checking out the thing. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. That way it saves me having to make quite so many videos, and it means that spending an awful lot of time, doing things like some of the match reports and stuff that only got like 81 views. There's so much time and effort that goes into it. And when they get lower views and stuff, it makes it a bit like, is it worth the time? But I think doing a live stream would be so much more fun. But I think it'll just be a lot more fun to get involved doing some of these preview, being able to chat with you guys, being able to go through the teams, have some actual comments. It means I only have to do one video a week, but it could be a more in-depth video and we can get into it a little bit more. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do around match reports, just given my amount of free time. Again, what I'm sort of tempted to do is on the Monday, I'll be doing the world ranking videos that we were doing on the channel, and going over the Superbru results. And then what I'm kind of tempted to do is maybe after the weekend, actually doing another live stream, but doing some post-match reports, but for both games. Just one after another, and everyone can check it out. Maybe I'll try and get these individual match reports up, but there is an awful lot of work going into. So I would like to know what you guys think. Do you prefer being just like a 20-minute video that'll be covering it, or would you prefer maybe like an hour-long live stream where we'll cover both games and talk about it, and you guys can get involved in the chat and tell me about your thoughts and opinions on the game? Let me know down in the comments, because I really do appreciate some feedback for stuff like this. Trying to mix up the channel, trying to make it a bit more unique on the world of YouTube, trying to find the channel a bit more discoverable. And trying to incorporate these live streams a bit more, because I am really enjoying them. But I want to know what you guys prefer, and in that way I can sort of lean towards that sort of stuff a little bit more. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed today, guys. If you have, remember to leave this video a like. Remember to sign up to those fantasy leagues that we've got going on Superbru. And if you're new to the channel and want to keep up to date with all the latest videos, remember to press that like and subscribe button like I've got up there. Press that top button up the top. It really does help the channel out. The channel did really well across the July International, so I'm so glad that hopefully we can keep this going on. Hopefully, maybe get to that 2,000 subscriber marker by the end of the Rugby Championship. Maybe. We don't know. Be fun to have a look, see if we can actually get to the level. But I hope you've all enjoyed today, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.